Get ready for the Christmas rush. Holiday travel is going to be busier than ever. In fact, AAA is predicting a record number of Americans will fly during the 10 days leading up to New Year's Day, with 2.5 million more travelers than last year. On your sides, Christine Lazar shows us what you can expect and how you can still save money if you haven't booked your year-end vacation yet.
More than 115 million travelers are expected to hit the roads and crowd our airports over the 10-day year-end travel season. That's according to AAA. Now, despite these massive numbers, the travel expert we spoke with thinks this holiday travel season will not be filled with delays and cancellations like we saw last year.
This was what many airports looked like last year during the year-end travel season. Delays, cancellations, and stranded passengers. According to federal travel data, nearly a quarter of flights in 2022 landed late, and cancellations spiked 34% from 2019.
I'm bearing cautious optimism.
But Katie Nastro, travel expert with Going.com, says this month should be much calmer at our nation's airports.
Thanksgiving actually went off with pretty much out a hitch. We saw the days leading into Thanksgiving with under 100 cancellations. Now, for any given day out of the entire year, we see about 2%, so that actually was under the average.
Nastro points out that during the first 8 months of 2023, we saw about half of the average cancellation rate from 2022, and hiring in the airline industry is higher than it's been since before 2001.
Pilots, we've seen actually an aggressive amount of pilot hiring this past year, more so than last year, about 10,000 more pilots in the system. And so, more pilots, more staff on hand means more planes on reserve to be able to be operated if something big should occur.
Airlines are also overscheduling less, according to Nastro. And while the best time to book a winter vacation is over the summer prior, Nastro says there are still deals to be had for procrastinating passengers.
You can fly to Bozeman, Montana for $187 round trip, do a bit of skiing, or you can head down to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico for $373 over that Christmas and New Year peak period.
The cheapest and least crowded days to fly Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. You can also save by flying multiple airlines.
So maybe it is cheaper to fly out on American, but cheaper to fly back on JetBlue. So you're kind of building your own itinerary.
Finally, book a nonstop morning flight for the best chance to make it on time for your winter celebrations.
Morning flights have a 25 percentage point higher on-time arrival rate versus an afternoon or an evening flight. And that's because the plane's already at the airport. It's not running the risk of getting delayed coming in from somewhere else.
If you decided to stay home for the holidays, now is the time to start snagging the best deals on spring break flights. And if you really want to save, shoulder seasons, like the time in between the winter holidays and spring break, will get you the best deals on travel, from airfare to hotels. Christine Lazar, KCAL News.